Welcome to City Music Stories. Here we visit a city somewhere on Earth and look at two musical artists associated with that city. Until requests come for repeating artists, I'm focusing on how the artists got their big break. That might be their first single or their first recorded work. This series is driven by comments, so leave a comment for future videos. Let's get ready to travel now. Today we are going to Brooklyn, New York City, USA. This was suggested by my friend Max Washington Songs, and Max has suggested a lot of cities and artists for the series. Thanks again, Max. I'm going to show my age a little bit. Every time I think of Brooklyn, here's the first thing that pops in my mind. Yeah, that classic opening from Welcome Back, Kotter. And I also think of the Beastie Boys, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, and things like that. Here are the two artists we're going to be taking a look at in this video. We're going to look at Cyndi Lauper and her start with Blue Angel, and Type O Negative. First, let's take a look at Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a borough of New York City, coextensive with Kings County in the U.S. state of New York. Kings County is the most populous county in New York State, as well as the second most densely populated county in the United States. It is also New York City's most populous borough, with 2.7 million residents in 2020. If each borough were ranked as a city, Brooklyn would rank as the third most populous in the U.S. after Los Angeles and Chicago. Wouldn't you like to be a nerd too? So as I was getting this video ready, I saw some information on the etymology of Brooklyn, where it comes from, how it's changed over time, it comes from Holland, what it's meant there, and I found this really cool and fascinating. So if you want to read this, pause your screen. Here's some tourist information on Brooklyn. I'm going to give this a scroll through. If you're interested in anything you see that's passing by, make sure you check the link in the description. I want to take a moment and thank my patrons because their contributions each month really make these videos possible. Yeah, you might see ads on here, but the ads don't do as well as Patreon does. If you like supporting indie creators like me, please consider it. It's as little as $1 per month, and you can pay $3 and $5 for some extra perks and things. I've been sharing weekly videos of live music performances, and that is a lot of fun because live music is happening again outside the city where I live. I'm getting lots and lots of video, and it's going on Patreon. Cynthia Ann Stephanie Lauper Thornton, who says Americans can't have multiple names, is an American singer, songwriter, actress, and activist. Her career has spanned over 40 years. Her album, She's So Unusual, was the first debut album by a female artist to achieve 4 top 5 hits on the Billboard Hot 100. Her success continued with the soundtrack for the motion picture The Goonies and her second record, True Colors. Before she started her solo career, she was in a band called Blue Angel. In 1978, Lauper met saxophone player John Turry through her manager Ted Rosenblatt. Turry and Lauper formed a band named Blue Angel and recorded a demo tape of original music. Steve Masarski, manager of the Allman Brothers Band, heard the tape and liked Lauper's voice. He bought Blue Angel's contract for $5,000 and became their manager. Lauper received recording offers as a solo artist but held out, wanting the band to be included in any deal she made. Blue Angel was eventually signed to Polydor Records and released a self-titled album on the label in 1980. Lauper hated the album cover, saying it made her look like Big Bird, but Rolling Stone magazine later included it as one of the 100 best new wave album covers. Despite critical acclaim, the album sold poorly, and the band broke up. Let's focus on the band. Blue Angel were an American retro rockabilly band that featured Cyndi Lauper before her rise to fame as a solo singer. Lauper and Turry wrote the bulk of their material, and the group also covered pop standards, such as Barry Mann and Cynthia Wiles' I'm Gonna Be Strong. Blue Angel were briefly popular on the New York club scene. Looking at the singles off that album, I'm Gonna Be Strong is the first one. Due to copyright, I can't include any of the song in this video. So here's a little bit more detail about this album and when it was released in different formats. Here's some details about the song. I'm Gonna Be Strong is a song written by the songwriting duo Barry Mann and Cynthia Weil. It was first recorded by Frankie Laine in 1963 and released as a single on Columbia Records. However, the song did not become a major hit until 1964, when Gene Pitney released his version as a single. It was also a single release by the 1980 band Blue Angel, with lead vocals provided by future star Cyndi Lauper. This release was before Lauper's solo career, and she reworked the track and released it as a single in 1994. As we move on to our next artist, if you have an idea for an artist or a city, please let me know in the comments. Typo Negative was an American gothic metal band formed in Brooklyn, New York in 1989 by Peter Steele, Kenny Hickey, Josh Silver, and Sal Abruscato. Hopefully I said those right. Who was later replaced by Johnny Kelly. Their lyrical emphasis on themes of romance, depression, and death resulted in a nickname the Drab Four, an homage to the Beatles' Fab Four moniker. Typo Negative's first album, Slow, Deep, and Hard, I wonder what that's talking about, incorporated dragging Black Sabbath-esque dirge riffs, maniacal hardcore outbursts, and droning industrial and gothic atmospheres. The songs were long, multi-part theatrical epics with lyrics loosely surrounding a story involving a man enacting revenge on a cheating girlfriend before ultimately contemplating his actions and choosing to censor this a little bit, end them. The album, originally titled None More Negative, was released in 1990 under the group's former name Repulsion, and this launched the band's career. Slow, Deep, and Hard is a darkly humorous, semi-autobiographical album with tracks 1, 3, 4, and 7 based on a failed relationship of vocalist bass guitarist Peter Steele. In keeping with the band's notable humor, the album's cover artwork is a blurred image of an adult nature. If things go well with copyright, I think I can include this song in this video. We're going to take a look at the single, Unsuccessfully Coping with the Natural Beauty of Infidelity. What a title. Here is part of a song review for this song. Now, as I was getting ready to do the voice recording reading this, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, some of these words I will probably mispronounce and then spend the next 10 minutes trying to get a decent take of this. So I'm going to just put this on a screen for you and set it for slow scroll and enjoy a little bit of the music. Thank you for watching along with me as I talked about these two artists. If you have an idea for an artist or a city, please let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time.